After 30 years of gardening, I thought I'd seen every trick in the book. I've spent thousands on fancy planters, designer garden decor, and expensive irrigation systems. But last month, something incredible happened that completely changed how I approach garden transformations. I walked into Dollar Tree with exactly $25 in my pocket. That's it. My challenge? Transform my tired-looking garden into something that would make my neighbors stop and stare. What happened next absolutely blew my mind, and it's going to blow yours too. This is what my garden looked like before. Boring, basic, and frankly, a little embarrassing for someone who's been gardening for 3 decades. And this is what it looks like now. Professional landscapers have quoted my neighbors $3,000 to $5,000 for similar transformation. I did this for under $25 using only Dollar Tree finds. By the end of this video, you'll have 25 game-changing ideas that will make everyone think you hired a professional landscaper. These aren't just cheap fixes. These are brilliant solutions that I wish I'd discovered years ago. I'm going to share every single trick, technique, and secret that took me from spending hundreds per season to creating stunning garden features for pocket change. And the best part? Most of these projects take less than 30 minutes to complete. I've been helping gardeners create beautiful spaces on any budget for over 30 years. If you want more money-saving garden tips that actually work, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming. Ready to transform your garden without breaking the bank? Let's start with the ideas that gave me the biggest impact for the smallest investment. These 5 ideas alone saved me over $200 compared to buying similar planters at garden centers. I drilled drainage holes in the bottom, wrapped them with natural rope using hot glue, and suddenly had planters that look like they cost $40 each. The rope gives them that expensive, rustic charm that gardeners pay premium prices for. Idea 2: galvanized buckets for herb gardens. The metal buckets create perfect herb containers with that farmhouse aesthetic everyone loves. I planted basil, oregano, and thyme in mine. The metal actually helps regulate soil temperature, keeping herbs healthier in summer heat. Each bucket holds $30 worth of fresh herbs all season long. Idea 3: colanders as hanging basket liners. This one's genius. Those plastic colanders are pre-drilled for perfect draining. Line them with coconut fiber from the craft section, fill with potting soil, and you have professional-grade hanging baskets. The built-in drainage prevents the root rot that kills most hanging plants. Idea 4: mixing bowls for succulent displays. Large plastic mixing bowls become stunning succulent arrangements. The wide, shallow shape is perfect for creating those layered succulent gardens that sell for $6. I used aquarium gravel from Dollar Tree for drainage and decorative top dressing. The shallow depth is perfect for birds to drink and bathe. Here's what shocked me most. These transformations don't look cheap. Visitors consistently ask where I bought my expensive planters. The rope-wrapped storage bins are the biggest conversation starter. Which of these would work best in your space? Let me know in the comments because I love helping fellow gardeners solve their specific challenges. Now let's move on to solutions that maximize growing space, especially if you're working with limited area. Vertical garden solutions. Space was my biggest challenge until I discovered these vertical solutions. These next 5 ideas literally doubled my growing capacity without expanding my garden footprint. Idea 6: shower caddies as wall herb gardens. Those over-the-door shower caddies with multiple pockets, they're perfect for wall-mounted herb gardens. I mounted one on my fence and planted different herbs in each pocket. It holds 12 herb plants in the space that used to hold just one pot. The drainage is perfect, and harvesting is incredibly convenient. Idea 7: shoe organizers for strawberry towers. Clear over-door shoe organizers create amazing vertical strawberry planters. Each pocket holds 1 strawberry plant, and the clear material lets you monitor root development. I get 20 strawberry plants in a 2-foot by 6-foot space. The kids love picking berries at eye level instead of bending down. Idea 8: plastic forks for plant protection. This seems simple, but it's incredibly effective. Plastic forks stuck in soil around plants, with tines pointing up, deter cats, squirrels, and other garden pests, without harming them. They also work as plant markers when you write on the handles with permanent marker. I use different colored forks to indicate planting dates, or variety. Idea 9: mesh laundry bags as plant covers. Delicate laundry bags protect young plants from harsh sun and pests, while allowing air circulation. Unlike solid covers that can create heat problems, these mesh bags let plants breathe while providing protection. They're perfect for hardening off seedlings, or protecting newly transplanted vegetables. I use them inside my shed for starting seeds, on the garage wall for herb storage, and even on windows for microgreens. No drilling, no permanent installation, but incredibly sturdy. Let me share a personal story. My neighbor has a beautiful garden, but complained about having no space for herbs. I showed her the shower caddy system, and within 2 weeks, she had a thriving herb wall that produces enough basil for her entire family's cooking need. She went from buying $4 herb packets weekly to harvesting fresh herbs daily. The vertical approach changed everything for me. Instead of fighting for ground space, I started thinking in 3 dimensions. My small 8x10 patio now produces more vegetables and herbs than my previous 20x30 traditional garden bed. If you're loving these space-saving ideas, hit that like button. It helps me know which content serves you best, and it helps other gardeners find these money-saving solutions. Ready for the fun stuff? Let's talk about creating garden ambiance that rivals expensive landscape designs. These 10 ideas create the kind of garden atmosphere that makes people think you spent thousands on professional design. Idea 11: Solar lights plus mason jars. Solar pathway lights fit perfectly inside wide-mouth mason jar. I removed the lights from their plastic stakes and placed them in jars filled with decorative stones. These create magical evening lighting that guests constantly compliment. The jars protect the lights from weather while diffusing the light beautifully. Idea 12: Strategic mirror placement. Small mirrors placed throughout the garden create incredible depth and light reflection. I mount them on fence posts and tree trunks to make my small space feel larger. They also reflect sunlight to shadier areas, helping plants grow better. The key is angling them to catch morning or evening light. Idea 13: Plastic tablecloths as mulch. Black plastic tablecloths work brilliantly as weed barriers under decorative mulch. They're thicker than typical landscape fabric and cost a fraction of the price. I cut holes for plants and cover with wood chips or stones. It prevents weeds while maintaining soil moisture. I use earth tone ribbons for tomato supports and bright colors for flower stakes. The rope becomes instant trellises for climbing plants, much more attractive than wire fencing. Idea 15: Spray paint cohesion. This technique ties everything together. I use one color of spray paint to unify mismatched containers, tools, and accessories. Sage green makes everything look professionally coordinated. The key is choosing a color that complements your plants rather than competing with them. Idea 16: Pool noodles for plant protection. Cut pool noodles protect plant stems from weed trimmer damage and create comfortable kneeling pads for garden work. I slice them lengthwise and wrap around young tree trunks or delicate plant stems. They're also perfect for marking garden bed edges during mowing season. I can start 24 different varieties in the space of one traditional seed tray. They stack for efficient space usage too. Idea 16: Aluminum pans as bird deterrent. Disposable aluminum pans hung throughout the garden reflect light and create gentle movement that deters birds from eating fruits and vegetables without harming them. They're particularly effective in berry patches and vegetable gardens. The reflective surface also adds light to shaded areas. They look intentional rather than makeshift, especially when you use coordinated colors throughout the garden. They prevent soil erosion while adding visual interest and helping retain soil moisture. The transformation timeline for these decor elements was remarkable. Within 1 weekend, my ordinary garden became a space that friends asked to use for photography sessions. Maintenance and care hacks. These final 5 ideas solve the biggest challenge every gardener faces: keeping everything healthy and beautiful, with minimal effort and expense. Idea 21: Sponges for self-watering systems. New sponges placed in saucers under pots create effective self-watering systems for vacation care or daily moisture regulation. The sponges absorb excess water during heavy rain and slowly release it during dry spells. This prevents both overwatering and drought stress. Idea 22: Plastic bottles for irrigation. Large plastic bottles with tiny holes punched in the caps become slow-release irrigation systems. Bury them next to thirsty plants like tomatoes and peppers. Fill weekly, and they provide consistent moisture directly to root zones. This technique reduced my watering time by 60% during peak summer. Idea 23: Coffee filters for container drainage. Coffee filters placed over drainage holes in pots prevent soil loss while allowing proper water flow. This simple addition extends potting soil life and prevents clogged drainage. It's especially helpful for hanging baskets where soil loss creates mess below. Idea Gen 24 Mesh Scrubbers for Plant Cleaning. Soft mesh scrubbers gently clean dust and pests from plant leaves without damaging delicate surfaces. Regular leaf cleaning improves photosynthesis and plant health significantly. The mesh material is gentle enough for even sensitive houseplants moved outdoors for summer. Idea Gen 25 Storage Containers for Tool Organization. Clear storage containers create organized garden tool stations at a fraction of the cost of specialty garden storage. I keep one container with hand tools by my main garden bed and another with potting supplies near my container area. Everything stays clean, dry, and easily accessible. The maintenance aspect surprised me most about these Dollar Tree solutions. Not only did they save money up front, but they actually reduced my ongoing garden maintenance time. The irrigation systems mean less daily watering. The organization systems mean less time hunting for tools. The plant protection methods mean fewer pest and disease problems to solve. My biggest maintenance breakthrough came from combining several of these ideas. The sponge watering systems plus the bottle irrigation plus the coffee filter drainage created a nearly self-maintaining container garden that thrives even during my busiest week. What's your biggest garden maintenance challenge? Share below, because I've probably found a Dollar Tree solution for it. Whether it's watering, weeding, pest control, or organization, these simple tools can transform your garden care routine. The real test of any garden improvement is how it performs over time. Let me show you the long-term results that convinced me these aren't just cheap fixes. They're smart solutions. Exactly $24.83 for all 25 projects. Professional landscapers quoted my neighbors between $3,000 and $5,000 for similar garden makeovers. Garden centers would have charged me $400 just for the planters I created for under. But here's what really convinced me these solutions work long-term. It's been 4 months since I completed these projects. The rope-wrapped planters still look brand new. The vertical gardens are producing more food than ever. The lighting system has survived heavy rains and strong winds without any issues. My neighbors have asked for the name of my landscaper 3 different times. One offered to pay me to recreate the herb wall system in her yard. Another asked where I bought my expensive water feature. The durability has exceeded my expectations. I was initially concerned that Dollar Tree items might not withstand outdoor conditions. But proper preparation and smart application have created garden features that rival much more expensive alternatives. Most importantly, these solutions solved real problems while creating genuine beauty that enhances my daily life and gardening enjoyment. These aren't just money-saving tips. They're proof that creativity and knowledge matter more than budget size. The best part, you can implement these gradually. Start with 1 or 2 projects this weekend, and add more as you see the results. Each success builds confidence for the next project. If this video saved you hundreds of dollars and inspired your own garden transformation, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. I share new budget-friendly garden solutions every week, and I'm already working on my Dollar Tree fall garden prep video that you won't want to miss. Which project will you try first? Comment below with your choice. I love seeing how fellow gardeners adapt these ideas for their unique spaces and challenges. Remember, a beautiful garden doesn't require a big budget. It just requires the right knowledge and a willingness to think creatively about simple solutions. Until next time, keep growing and keep saving.